Hey brother, yeah brother, hey brother, hey brother, hey brother, hey sheepa brother.
GM and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're going to take a look at the markets today, see what news has been breaking, and also a bit of an update on some of the coins I've bidded. Got a few fills in here and there. We'll start things off with Bitcoin though. As you can see, still pretty precarious. Yesterday, we had that wick into the purple box around 64k. Did bounce earlier this morning, but we have sold off into this afternoon here, 64.8 as we film. No major breakdown or breakout from this region today. It is a holiday in the US, so going to be fairly quiet either way, but likely Thursday, Friday, we would see a breakdown actually occur then if the trend is going to continue. So don't want to deploy all the stable coins too soon, but this obviously feels very much like bottomish vibes. So of course have been deploying, but we'll wait and see what happens towards the end of this week. Now, ETH had good news today. It is faring somewhat better than BTC. It's up around 1% on the daily, whereas Bitcoin is down. So let's jump into the news around ETH. So now this may not come as a major shock. This tweeted out by Consensus, which is the software company behind Ethereum. And so there has been a victory lap taken. So we've survived the SEC. We're happy to announce Ethereum developers, tech providers, and industry participants. The enforcement division of the SEC has notified us that it's closing the investigation into Ethereum 2.0. So ETH will not be classified as a security. This is obviously a big win for the crypto industry more broadly, but with the spot ETF due to go live, if the predictions are right on the 2nd of July, well, of course, this ruling was always going to come in favor, but nice to have this in black and white, and yet another speed bump in the road for crypto and the kind of regulations around it being passed once again. So this is obviously a good thing overall. What other news have we got? Well, we've got Martin Shkreli trying to scam. It's another background story on this. Martin Shkreli has created a Donald J. Trump token. It looks like in accordance with Andrew Tate, and trying to shill it to the masses as if it's really Trump's token. And he's got Trump's son on board or something. So Gigantic Rebirth, GCR, came in and said, I will bet 100 mil if someone can escrow it, that is bullshit essentially, and it's nothing to do with Trump. So Shkreli's bluff was called, and now this is called into question. What was the last time GCR made a big bet? That was when the lunar collapse occurred with Do Kwon. So he says in response to this, the 2022 bet was in the middle of a bear market. Current structure reminds me of late summer 2020, after DeFi summer imploded, or even shades of summer 21, i.e. before a reemergence for crypto, a bit of a phoenix out of the ashes, if you will. But one shouldn't get too wedded to fractals. Each cycle will play out differently. We're still in a bull market, so a lot of hopium taken from that. The fact that we are still in a macro bull trends, obviously that has got the degens a bit happy today, but price action still a bit all over the shop. Then on the same day, you have the SEC not pursuing ETH. We have the German government dumping Bitcoin on our heads. So this could be some of the sell pressure today. Arkham Intelligence had previously tagged a 50,000 Bitcoin seizure to the German government, something to do with piracy, film piracy, something along those lines. They seized 50,000 Bitcoins back from 2013. They've started to sell them, it would seem, as they move these funds over to Kraken and Bitstamp. So this was this morning. Somewhere in the region of $600 million worth of Bitcoin potentially has hit the markets today from the German authorities, which is pretty hilarious. Now we have a Layer 0 with their mainnet deployment on the 20th of June, which is tomorrow, Thursday. So if you have used Layer 0 or Stargate to bridge funds about, you may be eligible for their token, which is being airdropped. I believe it will be airdropped tomorrow. I'm not 100% on that, but the eligibility tracker is here, and you do not need to connect your wallet. Do not connect wallet. All you need to do is paste your wallet into there, press continue, and it will let you know if you've got the airdrop or not. And again, a bit of a stimulus check coming tomorrow for people. Then we have a Layer 0 deployment from the team at Tapioca, also coming tomorrow, 20th of June. Now we know we went through the LBP for this. I was very bullish on this, but it's kind of surpassed my expectations what the price is already. As you can see top right, $2.68 already, and the last kind of options drop is going on today, 1 day and 12 hours left of this phase. And then of course, mainnet deployments tomorrow on the 20th. The Tapioca options drop has brought in protocol-owned liquidity of $8 million. This means their stablecoin USD0, USDO, is guaranteed to have a huge amount of liquidity starting around 6 mil across ARB and mainnet. So these funds for POL, protocol-owned liquidity, very big indeed. And the amount of revenue generated from the protocol, and it's not even live yet, 53K over its first 5 days. Now, all protocol-owned liquidity and all fees generated by Tapioca, whether that is from the big bang markets where you mint USD0 with pristine collateral, or whether the singularity markets, which is the borrow lend markets, all fees on this protocol go back to TW, which is kind of state tap holders. So stake your tap, time weighted tap is the actual name. And then you'll be getting all these fees going to you. And it seems like it will be an absolute printer. So very excited for how this one starts up. If you go to Tapioca Foundation on Twitter, yesterday Matt and Ben did a live stream somewhere down here. Do give it a check out if you're interested to find out more. And also check out the blockmates.com websites. Search for Tapioca. You'll probably find the video of myself going through the full explainer of this one on there. But here is the charts. LBP occurred. Then we had the first options being exercised, and some people were obviously taking their profit, taking the arbitrage and running down to 130s. Yesterday, during the fear, did start to bid yet again, bought some more around here, 150, and it was already at 2x by early afternoon here at $3 plus. So 271, 22 mil market cap, still a long ways to go for this. Mainnet tomorrow. This is very bullish indeed. Then I have added to a DMT position here. DMTs from Sanko Dream Machine, Sanko Gaming, socials, just a lot of cool stuff being built there, a lot of consumer-based apps. Now, I've started to play Sanko Pets, which I'll show you in just a sec from the fandom page. But I think DMT chart is in a very interesting position here. Prior to the big sell-off, it was pushing new all-time highs. So as long as Bitcoin stabilizes, I think this continues with its trend. And this is kind of the narrative around layer 3s. Now, layer 2s have widely been a flop with down-only charts, but layer 3s, which have a lot more of a consumer focus, seemingly doing well and getting quite a bit of bid, as DMT shows you here. Over on Defined, you can see what's been happening on here. They've already created the shitcoin casino on Sanko. So if you go to defined.fi, on the left-hand side, you can find Sanko Chain. These are all the deployments of new kind of memes. Some of these will have some actual merit to them and some utility, but a lot of them are just straight up memes. But the casino is already in full swing. A lot of gains have been made on there already, but a lot of cool stuff and interesting stuff as well. Gold is something to be looking at here due to the fact this is the in-game currency of Sanko Pets. So this is giving me kind of Axie Infinity vibes, or from last cycle, we had gamified versions of DeFi. Now you've got a game here where you essentially look after your pet, which is a bun. It has a load of unique traits, etc. And you have these gardens where you can farm. And farming, you plant seeds, they produce trees, the trees bear fruits. The fruits can then be sold on the marketplace for golds. Gold is used to buy stuff, to feed up your bun, and also to buy more seeds to plant for your garden and tend to the garden. It's super interesting. Have been playing this for like 48 hours and I'm a little bit hooked at this point, but do check out sanko-pet.fandom.com and you can just read through this and get an understanding for it yourself. But it's essentially just a fun game where you are accruing these resources, and they're actually decently valuable as well. So gold is worth about 28 bucks. You can take your gold from the game, take it to the DEX, cash it out. So essentially just trying to build up a bit of a farm on there and see if we can produce some good yields from there. But we'll update as that progresses. But very early doors from myself, you will need a bun from SudoSwap. It's an NFT to get started in the game. You'll also need to lock up some DMT into the staking contract over there. I would pull it up, but it is very resource intensive on this computer here, so I've been playing it on my Mac. Then another L3, which seemingly started as a meme back here. Pump.fun launch, cheese, just a slice of cheese is the logo, but they've launched their own L3 as well. And similarly, if you go to Defined on the left hand side, cheese chain, you'll see a load of basically meme coins, and the casino is livening up over there. Again, cheese is gas, DMT as gas on Sanko chain. So they have utility for their tokens. This one has printed some interesting blow-offs to the downside yesterday, but it's been bought up very quickly here. So this again is a layer 3. There's a DEX. You got a full bridge here. This is the cheese chain bridge. So a lot of iconography around cheese. Most of the names are based on cheese, but again, a layer 3 chain. And if the L3 narrative here does pick up, this one's a 12 mil market cap. DMT is currently, it says 82 on here. FDV will be 130 mil. Those two could be a decent pair if the L3 narrative is to continue in this summer, which would kind of make sense that if we've had like a bit of a blow off in memes, these more meme based chains are likely to attract the kind of users who are just exposed to the whole meme explosion over on Sol, etc. So that's the kind of thesis behind this. Anyway, that is all from today's. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.